She smiles, but inside, something feels wrong. Every woman dreams of love, safety, a place to rest her soul. But what happens when marriage feels like a silent ache? When the one who once made her heart flutter no longer makes her feel seen? So many women feel alone, even while lying next to the man they love. They're not angry, they're just tired. Tired of pretending, tired of not being understood. And still, they stay quiet. Because the world says, you should be grateful. But how long should she wait before she's allowed to feel alive again? This video isn't about blame. It's about understanding. It's about healing. About hope. About love that listens with its heart. If you've ever felt emotionally invisible in your relationship, this is for you. And if you're a man who wants to love her better, this might open your eyes. Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel and stay until the end. I promise you'll leave with a deeper, warmer heart. She feels emotionally invisible. Have you ever poured your heart out and felt like no one was even listening? That's what many women feel every single day in their own homes. She talks about her day, her dreams, her worries, and all she gets back is a distracted uh-huh or silence. Not because he doesn't care, but because he's not really there. She starts to wonder, am I just background noise? At first, it hurts. Then it numbs. She stops sharing, not because she's fine, but because what's the point? A woman doesn't need someone to fix her feelings. She just wants them to be heard. She wants her voice to echo inside the heart of the man she loves. When emotional connection fades, physical closeness feels hollow. A kiss means nothing if her soul feels ignored. A dinner together can still feel like loneliness. She wants to feel emotionally seen, not like a shadow in her own story, but like a flame that matters. Have you ever looked at someone and felt invisible? That's her world. And still, she stays, hoping, waiting, longing, when he finally says, "Tell me how you really feel," and means it. Her heart opens like a flower in the sun. It doesn't take much, just presence. Real, sincere presence. Because when she feels seen, she'll stay. She'll shine. And isn't it beautiful when a woman knows she's emotionally safe? That's where true love begins. She's carrying more than her share. How many times has she said, "I'm fine," when she's actually falling apart inside? In many marriages, she becomes the caretaker, the scheduler, the emotional backbone. She remembers every birthday, every dentist appointment, every little thing that keeps life going. And yet, her effort feels expected, not appreciated. She's not asking for gold or flowers, just a helping hand, a warm thank you. She's tired, not just in her body, but in her soul. Imagine carrying everything while your partner walks beside you, hands free. That's her life. But she still smiles. Not because it's easy, but because she's strong. But even strong women break when they feel unseen. She doesn't want to beg for support. She just wants to feel like she's not in this alone. A marriage isn't a job, it's a journey. It's not about one person doing everything. It's about walking together. She wants a partner, not a supervisor. When he picks up the slack, her heart lifts with joy. Even little things, like making coffee or saying, "I've got this tonight," feel like love. She longs to feel held, not just with arms, but with actions. Because when he joins her, she feels like a queen, not a servant. It's not about who does more. It's about who notices more. She wants to be appreciated, not just for what she does, but for who she is. When he sees her effort and steps in beside her, that's when love becomes teamwork. That's when marriage feels like home again. The romance has faded away. Remember when you used to surprise her with little notes or call her just to say, "I miss you"? Where did that version of you go? She didn't stop needing romance. She just stopped expecting it because it faded slowly like sunlight at dusk. Now the kisses feel routine. The hugs feel hollow. She still wears her favorite dress, hoping you'll notice. But your eyes are glued to your screen, not her soul. Romance isn't about diamonds. It's about attention. It's in the soft glance across the room, the late night laughter, the slow dance in the kitchen. She wants to feel desired, pursued, adored. She wants her heart to skip again when you walk in the room. She's not asking for fairy tales, just intention. Romance should evolve, not disappear. Because when it dies, so does a piece of her confidence. The spark in her eyes, it dims when she stops feeling special. She starts wondering, am I still enough? But deep inside, she's still that girl who wants to be surprised, loved out loud, a whisper in her ear, a touch on her lower back, a stolen kiss. That's all it takes to bring her back. Romance is the heartbeat of love. Without it, the connection grows cold. So don't wait until she stops caring. Give her the love you gave her at the start, only deeper, wiser, and more beautiful. She's not growing, she's shrinking. Do you remember her dreams before the wedding? She wanted to paint, travel, dance, build something that was hers. Now, she pours all her energy into everyone else, and what's left barely keeps her going. She feels like she's disappearing, day by day. Not because she stopped trying, but because she's stuck, trapped in expectations, roles, routines. She's more than a wife, more than a mother, more than a manager of daily life. She's a soul that needs space to bloom, but no one asks her anymore. What lights you up? Instead, she hears, "Can you do this? Did you handle that?" And slowly, her identity fades into the background. She wants to grow, to evolve, to explore. She wants to be more than who she is in the eyes of others. But every time she tries, something or someone pulls her back. She needs your support, not your permission. She needs you to believe in her, especially when she forgets how. Encourage her. Remind her of her magic. Because when she shines, your whole world becomes brighter. Don't let her shrink while you grow. Grow together. Support her dreams, the same way she supports yours. Because love should set you free, not make you smaller. And when she becomes the woman she's meant to be, you'll fall in love all over again. She doesn't feel emotionally safe anymore. A woman's heart is soft, delicate, brave. It opens only when it feels safe, but when it's judged, mocked, ignored, it closes like a flower in the cold. She starts saying, "I'm fine," because honesty feels dangerous. She laughs when she wants to cry. She stays quiet when she needs to scream. And inside, she's aching. She wants to feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. She wants to know that her feelings won't be used against her, that her tears won't be called dramatic, that her breakdowns won't be met with silence. She wants a partner who listens without fixing, who holds her without questioning her pain. Safety is everything. It's in the tone of your voice, the patience in your pause, the the softness in your eyes when she's falling apart. If she doesn't feel safe to speak, she won't. If she doesn't feel safe to cry, she won't. She'll build walls so high, even you won't see her anymore. But when you give her safety, she gives you everything: her vulnerability, her trust, her deepest love. So ask yourself, do your words build shelter or storms? Be her safe place? Because when she feels safe, she's starving for emotional connection. She doesn't just want a man in the room. She wants your heart in the conversation. She wants presence, not just presence. She craves the deep talks, the soulful glances, the unspoken understanding. She wants to feel emotionally fed. But lately, everything feels mechanical. You talk about bills, chores, plans, but not dreams, not fears, not us. She misses the way you used to ask, "What are you thinking?" The way your eyes lit up. Just looking at her, now, she feels like a background character in her own love story. She wants connection, not perfection. She wants effort, not empty routines. She's starving for a moment that feels real, a moment that says, "I still choose you." When she feels emotionally close, her whole being softens. She laughs louder, she kisses deeper, she loves freer. But when she feels emotionally abandoned, she withdraws, not to punish you, but to protect herself. Don't let screens replace soul. Don't let routine replace romance. Touch her hand, look into her eyes, and mean it. When you ask, "How are you really?" Because connection isn't built in grand gestures. It's built in the little moments that say, "I see you." Feed her heart, and she will overflow with love every single time. If even one part of this video touched your heart, then please know you are not alone. So many women are silently carrying pain behind their smiles, and so many men are willing to love better. They just don't know how. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding. It's about building bridges, not burning them. Because real love, the kind that lasts, is not built on perfection. It's built on effort, on kindness, on emotional connection. Maybe, just maybe, one honest conversation can begin to heal it all. So if you're a woman feeling unseen, unheard, unappreciated, I see you, I hear you, and your happiness. It matters. And if you're a man watching this, let this be your sign to start again, to listen deeper, to hold her tighter, to truly love with your whole heart. Because love isn't just a feeling, it's a daily choice, a choice to show up, even when it's hard. Thank you so much for watching. If this video meant something to you, please subscribe, comment below, and share it with someone who needs this message. Let's create a space for healing, for growth, and for love that feels like home. You deserve a relationship where happiness isn't just a hope, it's a reality.